Welcome to everybody in Korun village. It's one of the several pottery centers in the country, and one of the most famous one. My name is Zoltán Pál. I am leading the natural conservation bureau in this area, and our first task is to conserve the natural values in the 3 natural protected areas in this zone. But secondary, in the past years, a few years, we figured out that if you want to conserve nature, you should conserve the cultural values, the people's thinking, the way of living, everything together, because everything is linked, very linked together. Pottery is about more than 350 years old in this village, and of course it's in a continuous changing, or so it doesn't stop at a certain way of doing pottery, because everything is linked to the economy, let's say. So the pottery is have to be fed to somebody. So a lot of people in the village, they are only merchandisers. So they buy from the workshops at a very low price. Then they sell it on the main street, or in the whole country. They go and around and they sell the Korun pottery. So the complaint is that the merchandisers, they buy on very low price from the producer. So that's why we thought that we should change a little bit this trend, and at least to get the visitors who are coming in the area to see natural and cultural values, and to involve them in this program, to go into the workshop and to see and get the real information and the experience from the first hand from the producer. And if they might think to buy some souvenirs, to buy from the producer, to see that, okay, this ceramics has its own face. You will remember the face who done that ceramics. So, and the last year we had 800 visitors only in our program who went into the workshop. So we are proud of this, and we hope that there will be more and more. And maybe in this way we can contribute a little bit to generate some direct income to the potters directly, and to other handicraft people. The 60-hectare natural reserve is a mixed one. It means it has biological values and geological values too. We are on the right top of the biggest salt mountain in Europe. There is 3,000 meters deep and 1.5 kilometers in diameter, like this. So it stays vertically, like this, and it's still moving upwards, 2 millimeters per year. It's still moving upwards. So the unicity of the place is that the salt came on the surface, and you have to imagine that we are staying on the top of 3,000 meters of salt, right here.
It's a sustainable resource.
Yes. Actually, if it would be used, it would be enough for the population of whole Europe for 120 years. For whole Europe. So, but hopefully will not be extracted all. There is active mining in this mountain. The active mining is right now at 300 meters deep. The former mining galleries the old ones were at 120 meter deep. And here we will see just some broken surface and some entrances of very old mines. Here the canyon starts with another very ugly place here. This area is the area of the old mines, where a total separately village was here. The miners' village was here. What remained from that village is that house now is working as a kindergarten, and this bell. This small village needed a bell because the pride or the other village bells doesn't sound here because of the mountain. So they needed a separate bell here. So that's what remained from that miners' village. The surface mining was stopped in the 50s. After that they started with the galleries, and now they are at 300 meter deep. In the canyon we have the world of salt on the surface. So we will know several types and forms of salt on the surface. You will see.
As I told you, Harghita Mountains are of volcanic origin, and we are at the southern extremity of the Harghita Mountains, and this is called Chomat Mount. And it has two craters that used to be volcans, and one of the craters is filled with water and is St. Anne's Lake. The other one is the place we're going to visit next. It's a peat bog. I will tell you more details about the peat bog. Maybe you won't be familiar with this name. About the lake, well, it's one of the most popular destinations. It's very touristical, and I'm really glad that today is so quiet. Tomorrow it's very likely because it's a, I don't know how to say it, it's a holiday.
So tomorrow, yes.
There will be a lot of people here, probably making barbecue and I don't know, bathing, whatever. So we can enjoy this place in its natural state. What I should tell you about the lake, one second. I don't want to forget anything.
The best tourists are today here.
Yeah, exactly. The ones that are behaving very nicely. So the surface of the lake is approximately 950 meters above sea level, and there are another 100 meters to the edge of the crater. Okay. Some of you asked about the age of the lake. Some research shows that it's older than 30,000 years. There were some samples taken from the mud, from the bottom of the lake, and they can make some chemical tests, and that's what the tests show, that it's older than that. Usually a crater lake, it has a funnel shape, you know, like it's getting tighter at the bottom. Given the age of the lake, this one, the St. Anne, is not exactly, it has many slopes because it had time to fill up, you know, so it's not exactly the classical funnel shape, it has different hills inside. About the depth, there are data going back like 100 years, and we can compare the evolution of the lake, and it proves that it's shrinking and getting smaller and smaller. Like 100 years ago, it was said that it's more than 8 meters, the deepest point. Now we think it's like 6 meters.
Oh.
And there is also a very thick level of mud at the bottom, so before the solid ground comes, there are approximately 4 meters of mud. So I don't know when we can consider the depth. About The surface, 100 years ago it was approximately 21 hectares. Now it's 2 hectares less, 19. And also the volume, it was like 86,000 cubic meters. Now it's like 68,000 cubic meters. It's Seed-Transylvania, and it's a Natura 2000 area. Does everyone know what that means?
Mondom én. A Natura 2000 az gyakorlatilag a természeti értékek védelméről szól.
The Natura 2000 network and this area is about the protection of the natural values of this area.
A mi területünk az 6000 hektárról szól, és növény- és állatfajok, illetve élőhelyek védelméről szól.
Okay, this area is approximately 6,000 hectares, the surface of it, and it's concerning the protection of fauna and flora and the habitat.
Állatállományunkból nagy ragadozók vannak kiemelve, denevérfajok és kétéltőek.
A nagy ragadozók alatt
A medve, farkas, hiúz.
Okay. From large predators, the ones that I mentioned at the lake, the bear, wolf and lynx are especially protected, and some species of bats.
Kétéltő, az amphibians.
Yeah, and some species of amphibians.
Jó, akkor ami nem tartozik a Natura 2000-es direktívákhoz, de igazi nagy érték az a geológiai értékeink.
Ugyanezen a területen.
Igen.
Some natural values that are not included in the criteria for Natura 2000 protected area, or some special geological formations that are representing a special value in this area.
Ugyanis az a hegy, ahol most állunk, a Büdös hegy, ez a legfiatalabb vulkáni hegy a környéken.
Given that this mountain where we are located right now, the Büdös hegy, which is translated as smelly mountain approximately, we're going to see why. It's the youngest volcanic mountain in the region.
Ennek megfelelően utóvulkanikus tevékenységeink vannak.
For this reason, there are some specific post-volcanic phenomena in this area.
Amelyek gázkitörésekbe, különböző ásványvizek kémiai összetételében tükröződik mofettákban. Tehát gáz, mofetta és
Okay, so there are 3 types of phenomena: the mofettas, if you know what that is, gas eruptions, and mineral water. We're going to see further specifically each one as well.